Hey folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Replay. Last time we started our efforts to stop Shinra from getting huge materia. We saved the town of Corel, eventually, and now we're going to head to Fort Condor. Let's jump into it. Fort Condor, here we come. What's happening up here? They're going all out, our lives are in your hands. They've kind of been in our hands, and we've done an okay job. I don't think we've lost one of these battles yet, and I don't think there's a penalty at this point for losing one. Let's let them get up to the shack and see what happens. They're getting pretty close here. Let's fight. Nothing to steal, may as well just beat it up. I think we can just powerhouse our way through them now. Booyah! That saved us a bunch of money, but did we win anything interesting? No. Barrett learned a new limit break. Super. No items. Alright then. Oh. It's time for the baby phoenix to hatch. Well, we don't know it's a phoenix. We think it's a condor, but it's a phoenix. Well, Fort Condor is going to be eaten well for a while. What do you mean would we? You saw what it was. The old one? The mother died so the bird could hatch. Phoenix materia. Farewell, baby condor / phoenix. May your life be long and full of wonder. Yes, we did save you. Are you perhaps grateful? We can rest here for free. That's pretty cool. And we get huge materia this time without a hyphen, which is how it should properly be written. Again, without a hyphen. Bargain with Shinra. Could have worked, probably wouldn't have. Point is, everybody's alive. We've got the materia, and we have our next destination is Junon's underwater reactor. Or maybe it isn't. Take a break and go see that little fella. Meaning Cloud, I guess. Hello again, Mideel. Let's see what's shaking. Wait, if they have no means of treating Mako poisoning, why is Cloud here instead of hanging out on the airship with us? or literally anywhere else. Tifa doesn't know what to do. That's rough. Someone you care about is going through something and you can't really do much other than be near them. Not easy. Beats not being there, though. Anyway, it looks like something is literally shaking. Cloud can sense something coming. Oh, it's a weapon. And the life stream is gushing up from below the surface of the earth, says Sid. Punked? I don't think anybody's playing a trick on him. That's bleep weapon. Actually, I think it's ultimate weapon. Sid's gotta get his facts straight. Again, I like the restatement of Sephiroth's theme as part of the weapon theme. Just reminding us that he is in control of... Oh, jeez. Probably shouldn't use the limit break here. Fortunately, it decided to F off. And we're not missing out on any experience or AP. That was a close shave, though. Weapon leaving, good. Life stream still erupting, not so good for us. I don't know, Barrett, you were down to 200 HP. You probably would not have been the Smasher in that scenario. Yuffie concerned about motion sickness due to the earthquake. Really focusing on what matters. Alright, Yuffie does make a good point. What about Cloud? Gotta get him out of here. There isn't time to worry about anyone but yourself. That's not a great thing to say as a leader. Most of our party heroically running away. Like how his wheelchair wheels are just spinning. Tifa at least concerned about Cloud and the doctor and nurse. Oof, the cutscene graphics. Cloud and Tifa fall into the life stream. Tifa hearing the voice of the planet? Understanding some of it? A lot of random noises. Using the cacophony, I guess, to represent the conflicting sensory input, maybe, that they're getting from the live stream. We see cloud floating above, but we also see 3 clouds down below. I like this sequence quite a bit. Yes, folks, Cloud's subconscious. And Cloud is searching for himself. Let's help him out. The gates of Nibelheim. 5 years ago, where everything began. Tifa remembers places, the beat-up truck. Since we're in Cloud's subconscious, this is the version of Nibelheim he remembers. But it matches what Tifa remembers too, so that much we can infer is true. Two men from Soldier came 5 years ago. Sephiroth was one. In Cloud's story, Cloud was the other soldier. Sephiroth asking someone about being back in their hometown. People idolized Sephiroth as a war hero. Although Tifa thought he was cold. Kind but not nice, perhaps. Just how people commonly describe we New Englanders. Tifa felt a sense of foreboding. I wonder if she really did, or if that's how she's interpreting things with the knowledge of what happens after. In Cloud's flashback, he was the second soldier. But not according to Tifa. She says he didn't come 5 years ago. And she waited for him. So the second soldier member was not Cloud. It was the man with the spiky black hair. Neither Tifa nor Cloud are quite sure what that means, given Cloud's recollection of events. The starry night at the well, the promise Cloud made to Tifa. What if it was a lie? Tifa is again comparing her recollection to his. We did have a very nice set piece there with a starry sky. The nice thing about not having light pollution is you really can see beautiful starscapes like that. Anyway, they're both remembering. We've got teenage Cloud and Tifa sitting on the well. She thought he was cute. She points out that when they were talking in the northern crater, Sephiroth claimed that Cloud wasn't really Cloud, and just made up his memories by listening to Tifa's stories. But the sky that Cloud sees in his recollection matches what Tifa recalled. It's not something you could make up just by having one person describe it to you. Tifa believed that because Cloud remembered this, he was the real Cloud. Cloud himself not so sure after what happened in the northern crater. How to untangle the fake memories from the truth. Tifa thinks they need a personal memory. Something else that they both share. Why did he leave to join Soldier? Or, you know, he wanted to go and become strong like Sephiroth. Cloud says he wanted to be noticed. He wanted to get someone's attention. Gee, whose attention could that be? Cloud asks if she forgot about those days when they were kids. Hey, it's little kid Cloud. Says it's okay, Tifa was having a tough time back then. The death of her mother, I believe. Private memory. But didn't we just establish they need to find a shared memory to build on? Sure, we all have things like this that we remember that we would be embarrassed for other people to know about. Let's see what that is for Cloud. Tifa's room. Now Cloud says he's never been inside it. So how does he recognize it? Used to look up at the outside. Alright, creeper. Tifa, young Tifa and some other kids. She remembers they lived next door to each other, but they didn't really know each other that well anyway. Isn't it funny how sometimes we can mistake familiarity with closeness? The little kid Cloud thought the group of kids Tifa hung around with was stupid. But they were behaving like kids. And Cloud recognizes that, his own thinking on that point was childish, but you know what? He was a child too. He wanted to play, but was excluded. And then rationalized it by thinking maybe there was something different about him. And then thought that maybe if he were stronger, if he were worthy, maybe he could be made a part of the group. Interesting child psychology being demonstrated by this part of the story. Tifa says even though they weren't that close, they were still friendly, and she still missed him when he left. Although again, is that familiarity or closeness? So what did happen on this day? This is the day Tifa's mother died. Mount Nibel. So there's a folktale that the dead wander through Mount Nibel. And so little kid Tifa thinks that maybe she can find her mother there. Bunch of kids wandering a mountain where there are monsters, probably not a good idea. One of them runs back to town. We see Cloud following. A rope bridge, one of our frequent nemeses. The other kids run off. But not Cloud. He's keeping an eye on Tifa. Cloud's narrating now. Tifa slipped. He ran after her but wasn't able to catch her in time. Both fell down a cliff. Remember one of Cloud's mental breaks very early in the game. Second reactor, maybe? Or maybe, maybe after he falls down into the church. His subconscious mentions that he was able to survive a fall with just scraped knees. This is what that's referring to. He scraped his knees when he fell trying to rescue Tifa. Or scarred his knees, as the game says. And then, of course, Cloud gets blamed. Tifa was in a coma for a week. Just like after Meteor was summoned. We find out Cloud was angry for what he thought of as his weakness. Heck, even if he were stronger, he might not have been able to keep her from falling off the cliff. He blamed himself. He thought Tifa blamed him. Started acting out, getting into fights, trying to get stronger or prove his strength, maybe. That was when he heard about Sephiroth. And now he had an idol to try and emulate. If he could be like Sephiroth, then he would be stronger. Maybe Tifa would notice him or forgive him. Even though 98% sure Tifa did not blame him here. But of course, Tifa doesn't remember much about that because, hey, she fell down and was in a coma for a week. But Tifa remembers back when they were 8. So if she remembers that and Cloud remembers that, he can't just be a clone that was created 5 years ago. So, fragmented parts of Cloud's memory and subconscious have now merged. And it's back to Nibelheim. revisit the Mako reactor from 5 years ago. Sephiroth attacks Tifa. And there's Zack again. Soldier first class. Zack tries to stop Sephiroth. Tifa asking the relevant question, how does Cloud remember this? Sephiroth defeats Zack. So Cloud must have witnessed this, but how? I do like this reveal. Cloud surprise attacks at Sephiroth. Managing to grievously wound him. And if you're stabbed with that Buster Sword, which is what, like a foot wide, it's gonna leave a mark. And we see not a soldier, but a humble Shinra trooper. Cloud was there. Zack says, "Hey Cloud, motion sickness? Take your helmet off for a bit." Cloud remembers. He never made it into Soldier. And was embarrassed about it. He did still have conversations with Sephiroth about visiting his hometown, but as a trooper, not as a soldier. Not strong enough to save his mom. But he did still keep the promise. Sephiroth might be injured, but he's not out. He tries to leave, carrying the head of Jenova. The nucleus towards which all other parts or cells of Jenova will move. Zack tells Cloud to finish Sephiroth off. He's able to score a surprise attack. But even injured, Sephiroth is able to impale him. And then, thanks to leverage, Cloud is able to hurl Sephiroth into the life stream. Before succumbing to his own injury. So that explains, or partially explains anyway, why Sephiroth is just his upper half. Being stabbed by the Buster Sword would have all but cut him in half. And we know he's superhuman, so he could have already started to heal. That's how he was able to keep fighting. So Cloud did succeed in defeating Sephiroth, although the way in which he did it allowed Sephiroth to travel the life stream and learn more about the planet and the ancients and black materia. He was able to follow the flow of the life stream to the North Crater, and because he had Genova's head with him, he knew that the different parts of Genova, anybody implanted with her cells, would eventually make their way there. So that was the genesis of his plot to acquire the black materia. And with that, the fragments of Cloud's subconscious are merged and integrated. And he finds himself, with significant help from Tifa, we should point out. Stupid jerk, you had me worried sick. Of course, they are still stuck in the life stream. Probably getting Mako poisoning. Or in Cloud's case, double poisoning. But if they've come this far, maybe they can go a little bit further and make their way out. Possibly with some assistance. Implied, but not directly stated. Not even that strongly implied until later, anyway. Oh hey, look, it's the brave party members who ran away. You're selling yourself short there, Tifa. It was a group effort. Yeah, look at that, Barrett. It's amazing you can have emotions and still be tough. Go figure. People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. Things we forget, things we can't forget. And Tifa went into another coma for another week. Or just took a nap. Cloud has told them his story, presumably he apologizes. He wanted to become a hero. He didn't make it into soldier. He was ashamed that he didn't make it into soldier, so he didn't tell Tifa. He may not have told anybody who he was. The soldier that went with them was Zack, his best friend. And after what happened in Nibelheim, which we still don't know exactly, his memories got jumbled, and he took Zack's place in his own memory. Barrett points out Cloud's pretty strong for an illusion. He's able to wield the Buster Sword, he was able to defeat Sephiroth, and he has been one of the strongest party members. So, there is more to that story. It's getting dark. I need a better desk lamp. Anyway, he is as strong as someone in Soldier. Exposure to Mako, injection with Genova cells. Hojo's goal was to create clones that would be subject to Genova's control. And we know that they were actually subject to Sephiroth's control. Cloud says Genova uses its cells to take control of other organisms, overwhelming them like a parasite. And the game does tell us Sephiroth was different. He was able to reverse or take advantage of that influence, control Genova, and through Genova, control both Genova's body and anyone who had Genova cells in them. And Cloud's memories ended up being a mix of his actual memories and what his actual memories and what he wanted to be, or who he wanted to be. Of course, Sephiroth preyed on that. And because of Cloud's uncertainty, he ended up believing Sephiroth and then wasn't strong enough to resist that control. Even though Cloud defeated Sephiroth once physically, Sephiroth defeated Cloud mentally. It's not Tifa's fault, but maybe if she spoke up a little earlier. Anyway. Cloud's figured things out. He knows who he is. We know who he is. He's accepted that, his strengths and his weaknesses. Yeah, he's messed up, but you know what? We're all a little messed up. What's Cloud gonna do now? He's taking responsibility. He's gonna try and stop Sephiroth, save the planet, like a hero. And what does Barrett always say? Ain't no getting off of this train we're on. I like how they all say it a little differently. With that, Cloud is back, and this is a good spot for us to end. The Condor stuff was a little goofy, but the Cloud subconscious stuff I think is really fun and interesting. And we're going to come back to that. There is more to that story that we haven't explored. We'll do that another time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed playing back through this part, and hope you'll join me for the next one. Bye.